Welcome to my house. I like it.
That's good.
Great. Now my son is dancing and my wife is dancing. They love this song. Welcome back. Oh, yeah. And Victoria, my daughter. Welcome back to the Stockwell Eldridge Show. Our house. I'm Jason Stockwell, Remax Results.
And I'm Dawn Eldridge, Remax Results.
Stephanie Havel, Wells Fargo's here.
Wells Fargo Home Mortgage. Good morning.
And Mitch Bergen with Vanquish AP. And got to give props where props is due, or got to give credit where credit is due, is what I noticed the other day when I read Elliot Eisenberg, Graphs and Laughs, his thing. He said, President Obama created 26 national monuments, setting aside 544 million acres of water and 6 million acres of land. This surpasses the record of 18 national monuments established by Teddy Roosevelt, 218 million total acres designated by George W., and 5 million land acres put into monument status in the lower 48 by Bill Clinton, and surpasses all the acreage protected by all other prior presidents combined. So that's a good thing, I think. No matter what party you're on, I think it's a good thing that you're putting stuff aside that's lakes, rivers, parks for people. So credit to Obama for that. I know there's a lot of people that listen and have viewpoints on politics and don't give credit for anything to anybody, or people on the other side, too, that don't give Trump credit for anything either. But there is good things that both sides can do and do. So give credit where credit is due. So shifting gears, too, I wanted to touch base. I brought this with, folks. If you're watching on YouTube, I brought this with because we talked 2 weeks ago, maybe it was last week, about what's the lady's name does the Scientology documentary? Lena Remini or whatever?
Leah Remini.
Leah Remini. It's a tough name for me. Leah Remini does a Scientology documentary. We got off talking about that a couple weeks ago or last week.
Yeah, from the
and she left and all that stuff. So, and I think I said the story about Katie and I when we went there, when we were dating, we went to New York and we stopped by the Scientology place in New York just to look at it. We walked in and looked at it, right? No joke. We do the radio show. 2 days later in the mail, which I haven't gotten anything from Scientology and for as long as I can remember, I get a Scientology mailing from New York, from the Church of Scientology in New York.
Interesting.
They're Theta, the magazine for Scientology. So that tells me...
you have not opened it.
No, I haven't opened it. They maybe left... It tells me we weren't at this address. This was 10 years ago probably.
Maybe they were listening to our radio show.
So, or they keep your name and they dig in. If you ever went there to one of their facilities and signed in, they keep your name forever and they will continue to, kind of like realtors. When we mail you 10 years after you bought a house.
We stock you 10 years later.
But anyway.
Maybe there's a shortage in the church and that's why they're going out and... interesting.
Now that I know all that I've seen in that documentary, I can't even open up the thing. I just wanted to bring it in to remind me to talk about it and say, wow, these people are on it.
You don't want to open that toxicity into your home.
And if you are in Scientology and you're listening, no offense to you, but watch the documentary. I would recommend because it's pretty enlightening.
No, I'm based, our opinions are our opinions. It's not based on the
There's a lot going on there. So with that, the Scientology, and check it out. That show is a good one, and I watched every 8. I think there's 8 episodes of it. I watched every one. It was really good.
Was it on cable or
Lifetime?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
no,
A&E, Arts and Entertainment Channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, well, not shifting gears, but I know, Mitch, you had asked a question on the break about like renovation financing. And one thing I just want to give a shout out because we've talked about it before. And I know when we launched the program last fall, it's the Neighborhood Lift program. And so, Wells Fargo does have a renovation program. It's called our 203K, and it does work for investment properties as well. But it's a great, great program that you can do renovation financing, and we offer it at Wells Fargo. But the other is...
Actually just finished up a 203K
did you?
project. Yep.
How did it go for you?
It went really well. It was over on Cathedral Hill in St. Paul.
Awesome.
Oh, great
Well,
location.
and that's where, that's what kind of led to me, the Neighborhood Lift program. It's for if you're looking to buy in Minneapolis or St. Paul City proper. But you can get up to $7,500 in down payment assistance from this program. And so I just feel like, we launched it and it came out, but we still have a lot
You
of
still
money.
have money in there?
There's still a lot of money
You know
left.
why you have money? Here's why you have money. Dawn's statistics in the beginning of the show, 8,400 homes in all of the Twin Cities. If you break that down to Minneapolis and St.
Right.
Paul, we should probably do that next week. We should probably say how many homes are for sale in Minneapolis,
Well, and that's
St.
what
Paul
I would
proper.
say. If you're
It's
thinking,
because-
again, if you've got a listing, so if you're thinking about selling your house and you live in Minneapolis or St. Paul, the likelihood that you're going to get that house sold is very high. We can help you with the marketing of it, advertise those lift funds of $7,500, and then buyers. If you're thinking you're struggling with down payment, you want to wait till you get your tax return, you want to wait till you get married and get your money funds, or wait till you're done with school. These younger people, don't wait. These lift funds are available, $7,500, and if you live in the home for 3 years, that money is forgiven. And most homeowners are staying in their house 3, 5, 7 years. So it's called Neighborhood Lift, or you can call me 612-940-7335, Stephanie Havel, Wells Fargo, and I'll get you all the details and information.
awesome.
But yeah, if you have, Don
I
and
thought
Jason.
that money was going to be gone right out of the gate.
Well,
but
we did
there's
too.
just
The
not
first,
a lot
the
of
first time
homes
around
that-
we did it back. I think you were involved back in 2011 or
Yes,
2012. We
yes.
did it. Oh yeah, the money ran out within months. So not really sure why. We're doing it nationwide. So the program, even if you're listening out of state, there's several cities across the country that are
Really?
doing it.
Wow.
So you just Google Neighborhood Lift, or again, go to my website, stephaniehavel.com. But yes, $7,500.
That goes away if you live in it for 3 years. Minneapolis, St. Paul proper. So if you're considering moving into the city to a home, this is awesome. Do
Right.
it.
Or like you said, if you want to sell your home and you're worried because you're not going to have enough funds, you can't offer seller pay closing costs. Well, that's great, because that home buyer can come in and use that money so that, you can help working,
Yep.
facilitating
you can get your price better
that,
that
or
you
you
want.
can get your
Yeah.
house sold faster if you're going to advertise lift funds, which again, maybe your neighbors are not advertising it. It is for any house, but that's going to make your house look more attractive. So
Can
Yep.
you refresh listeners' memory as to is there a cap on the cost of the house, the sale price of the house?
there are some
or-
qualifications things. I would
Okay.
just say, just give me a call or go on to Neighborhood Lift and check it out. So there are some income limits that you have to qualify for and so forth. But for that first-time home buyer in Minneapolis or St. Paul, it's
Ideal,
a great,
probably.
great
Yeah.
product. Even if you have very little of your own money to put into the transaction, you still qualify for it. So yeah, check it out. It's Neighborhood Lift, LIFT.com, or go to Wells Fargo and check it out.
Sorry, does it have to be a first-time home buyer?
No, they do not.
Okay, cool.
So
Lyft does not have to be a first-time home buyer. There's still money available. So yes, for our list, Dawn and I have a listing in Northeast Minneapolis. That would be perfect candidate for the Neighborhood
Yeah, it
Lift
would.
program.
Yep.
It'd be wonderful. So you'll start to see a lot more listings coming up, a lot more properties coming on the market, more open houses. You're going to see all those things starting to come out here late February, early March. Again, I say it on every show, every week. The early seller gets the buyers or the most buyers. So don't wait like everybody and wait until then. Earlier, you're going to get more attention. You'll probably get quicker sale and better
Yep.
pricing.
I just
Right.
listed one yesterday. We had it in pre-list status, and there are agents that are not aware of pre-list status. I couldn't believe we had 9 showings the first day, and of course it sold
Wow.
the day
nice.
it hit. But all these people were like, we've been looking forever. I'm like, why aren't you looking at the sites for pre-lists?
Yeah.
So make sure you are working with an agent that can look into pre-lists, knows where to find the pre-list properties, because there are sites out there that agents can go to.
Yep.
Jason and I know those sites. Jason's team knows those sites. Diane knows the sites. Craig knows the sites.
And same thing when you're selling. It's so beneficial for us and you to be able to put your house on pre-list while you're getting the home ready. It's a great, great feature that's available, and we have a lot of success with it. So anyway, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Mitch. I'm Jason
Thank
Stockwell.
you, Jim, too, who's not here anymore.
Yes, thank you, Jim. I'm Jason Stockwell, Remax Results.
Dawn Eldridge, Remax Results.
Love yourself. Love
Love
others.
others.
Have a great
have
week.
a great weekend.
Our mum, she's so house proud.